one of two for the mega hit Flowers.
I just won my first Grammy!
Delighting her godmother, Dolly Parton.
It was such an important moment for me as a writer, like getting to talk to Dolly afterwards. And, she goes, I wanted you to take home 4, but 3, or 2 is fine, but I really wanted you to have them all.
And taking home a third in 2025 for her duet with Beyonce.
We won, Beyonce!
Trying to have it all. What that can do to a present-day megastar is a running theme of Miley Cyrus's 2 decades in the spotlight, which began in a blonde wig and sequin jacket on Disney Channel's Hannah Montana.
I was 12, 13, 14. I went on a tour, and I was, again, so emotionally drained. I started realizing how empty I would be if I made everyone happy.
Miley carving out a foundational 21st century pop career with massive hits like Party in the USA and Wrecking Ball. 20 years in the business.
Yeah.
And you just made a Disney legend.
I'm really excited about that one.
In my heart, I was Hannah Montana. And I was so proud to be.
I have a really positive kind of memory and childhood, really, of growing up with Disney. And it's something that I think really kind of unifies me and the audience.
Her new visual album, super abundant with Miley's innate creativity and that unmistakable voice. People have talked about how your voice now is such a key element in how you address this material. What's it like to have that kind of expressiveness in your voice?
I have a very distinct voice. I always kind of sounded like this, but it's aged along with me and changed and evolved in all these different ways.
And you talked about the idea of healing as something that kind of pulls this record together, both visually and in terms of what we hear. Healing from what exactly, would you say?
I've shared a lot of my life with the public, and so they've gone with me on these journeys through different, heartbreaks or devastation. And so for me to be able to kind of show the beauty in some of the pain, I think is inspiring, because things will inevitably continue to happen that are hard, and to remember that they are precious in their own way.
She's recently performed in a host of intimate big city venues, a stripped-down version of End of the World. Miley says there's a different reason she's not doing a major tour.
I do have the physical ability, and I have the opportunities to tour. I wish I had the desire, but I don't. I also don't think that there is actually an infrastructure that supports artists in the way that there should be. It's not just physically, but, mentally and emotionally.
Miley speaking from experience and from caring deeply about artists who've struggled during their time on the road.
The artists like Prince that are not here today, that live such a high-intensity lifestyle out on the road, then it's really hard to maintain sobriety when you're on the road, which is a really important kind of pillar of stability in my life.
It just seems like it's a real meat grinder out there for young people
And
that
not
you
only
went through. Yeah.
losing their life, but losing their minds. None of this that I create would ever be possible without the way that I think about things.
She was 15 years old when she traveled across the globe on the Best of Both Worlds tour, belting the platinum-selling See You Again.
You have so many thousands of people screaming at you, so dopamine, you're feeling a lot of love, and then you totally crash at the end of the show, and you start thinking that one person loving you is not enough. It needs to be 10,000, it needs to be 80,000.
Are you afraid of feeling those things on a nightly basis?
I like to do things I'm afraid of. I've jumped out of airplanes. I've performed for 150,000 people. I stood toe-to-toe with Beyonce.
Miley joining Beyonce on the Cowboy Carter tour, singing their Grammy-winning duet, Two Most Wanted.
And when you're standing beside her, you can actually feel her desire and her passion. She's a top-tier moment for me, because it started with her, celebrating me as a songwriter. That to me is a win. It's not a trophy. It's not something physical that you hold or put on a shelf, but it's something that I have that's a true win.
A standout track on Something Beautiful, Walk of Fame, Miley strutting on Hollywood Boulevard, dancing amongst legends.
And so many of the stars, I wouldn't be where I am without them. The Garlands and the Monroes and these actresses that really did pave every step of the way for us right now.
In the wake of her song Walk of Fame, life imitating art, Miley revealing on X that she's getting her own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Now, living out her